This is the Sakar Murli of the 2nd of January 2026. Essence. Sweet children, you have to live with one another with a lot of spiritual love. Never allow any conflict of opinion to come. Question. What should each of you Brahmin children ask your own heart? Answer. Ask your heart. 1. Am I seated in God's heart? 2. To what extent have I imbibed divine virtues? 3. Do I create any obstacles in God's service? 4. Do I constantly live with others like milk and sugar? Do I remain in unity with everyone? 5. Do I always follow Srimat? Song. No one is unique like the innocent Lord. Om Shanti. You children are the godly community. Previously you belonged to the devilish community. The devilish community does not know who the innocent Lord is. They don't even understand that Shiva is separate from Shankar, that Shankar is a deity, whereas Shiva is the Father. They don't understand anything at all. You are now the godly community, that is, the godly family. That is the devilish family of Ravan. There is so much difference. You are now in God's family and learning from God how there has to be spiritual love for one another. It is here in this Brahmin family that you have to fill yourselves with spiritual love for one another. Those who don't have full love will not be able to claim their full status. There is one religion and one kingdom. They don't quarrel with one another. Here there are no kingdoms. Even among Brahmins too, there are conflicts of opinion because of body consciousness. Those who have a conflict of opinion experience punishment before they pass. Then, when they stay in one religion there is peace. On the other side here, there is the devilish community. That is the devilish family type. On this side here, it is the godly family type. You are imbibing divine virtues for the future. The Father is making you full of all virtues. Not all of you will become that. Those who follow Srimat become the beads of the rosary of victory. Those who don't will become part of the subjects. There is the deity government there. There is 100% peace, purity and prosperity there. You now have to imbibe divine virtues in this Brahmin clan. Some imbibe divine virtues very well and also inspire others to do so. Only when you are soul conscious can there be spiritual love for one another in this godly family. This is why you have to continue to make effort. Not everyone's stage will be constant or the same at the end. After experiencing punishment, the status of some will be destroyed and they will attain a low status. If Brahmins don't live together like milk and sugar, but like salt water, and they don't imbibe divine virtues, how could they claim a high status? Because because of being like salt water, they sometimes cause obstacles in God's service. The consequence of that is that they are unable to claim that higher status. On the one hand, they make effort to become like milk and sugar, and on the other hand, Maya makes them become like salt water. Due to this, there is disservice instead of service. The Father sits here and explains, you are God's family. You are even living with God. Some of you are living together with Him, and others are living in other towns. However, all of you are together. The Father comes in Bharat. People don't know when Shiv Baba comes, or what he does when he comes. You have now received the introduction of the Father. You now know the Creator, and the beginning, the middle, and the end of creation. No one in the world knows how this cycle turns, or what time in the cycle it is now. They are in total darkness. The Father, the Creator, has come and told you all the news. Along with this, he also says, O Saligrams, remember me. Shiv Baba says this to his children. You do want to become pure, do you not? You have been calling out. I have now come. Shiv Baba comes to make Bharat into the temple of Shiva once again. Ravan has made it into a brothel. They themselves sing that they are impure and vicious. Bharat was completely viceless in the Golden Age. Vicious human beings worship viceless deities. No one understands that those who were viceless then became vicious. Those who were worthy of worship were viceless, and then they became vicious worshippers. That is why they call out, O purifier, come, come and make us viceless. The Father says, become pure in this last birth. Constantly remember me alone, and your sins will be cut away, and from being Tamobritan, you will become Satobritan deities. After that, you will go into the Moon Dynasty warrior family type. At this time, you are the godly family type, and you will then go into the deity family for 21 births. You spend this last birth in God's family. You have to make effort in this birth and become full of all virtues. You were worthy of worship. You used to rule, and you then became worshippers. It has been explained that God is the Father, and that we are His children. Therefore this is a family. It is sung, you are the mother and father, and we are your children. We experience a lot of happiness through your mercy. Therefore this is a family. You are now receiving plenty of happiness from the Father. The Father says, you definitely are part of my family, but according to the drama, when you enter the kingdom of Ravan, you will go into sorrow and so call out to me. At this time you are an accurate family. I'm giving you your inheritance for your future 21 births. This inheritance will be with you all the time for the 21 births in the deity family. The deity family lasts through the golden and silver ages. Then, when it becomes the kingdom of Ravan, You forget that you belong to the deity family. By going onto the path of sin, you become part of the devilish family. You have been coming down the ladder for 63 births. All of this knowledge is in your intellects. You can explain to anyone. You originally belong to the deity religion. Before the Golden Age there was the Iron Age. You were made into deities from human beings at the Confluence Age. There is the Confluence Age in between. You are taken into the deity religion from the Brahmin religion. It has been explained to you how Lakshmi and Narayan claimed their kingdom. Before them there was the devilish kingdom. So how and when did it become the deity kingdom? The Father says, I come at the confluence age of every cycle and take you into the Brahmin, deity and warrior religions. This is God's family. Everyone speaks of God the Father. But because of not knowing the Father, they have become orphans. This is why the Father comes in this extreme darkness to bring light. Heaven is now being established. You children are studying and imbibing divine virtues. You know that since people celebrate the birthday of Shiva, they should understand what came after Shiva's birthday. There must definitely have been the birthday of the deity kingdom. Heavenly God the Father does not enter heaven to establish heaven. He says, I come between hell and heaven at the confluence age. People speak of Shivratri, night of Shiva, so I come in the night. You children can understand this. Those who understand this can also inspire others to imbibe these things. Those who remain busy doing service in their thoughts, words and deeds are those who can be seated in Baba's heart. Each one of you climbs into the heart according to the service you do. Some of you are all-round workers. You have to learn all the skills. To cook food, make chapatis, to wash dishes. All of these types of work are service too. Remembrance of the Father is first. Only by remembering Him will your sins be destroyed. You receive the inheritance here. There you are full of all virtues. As are the king and queen, so are the subjects. There is no question of sorrow. At this time, all are the residents of hell. It is everyone's descending stage. There is now to be the ascending stage. The Father liberates everyone from sorrow and takes them into happiness. And this is why He is called the Liberator. Here you have the intoxication that you are claiming your inheritance from the Father. You are becoming worthy. Worthy ones are those who make others worthy of claiming a royal status. Baba has explained that many will come and study here, but that doesn't mean that all of them will take 84 births. Those who study less will come later, and will therefore take fewer births. Some will take 80 births, others 82 births. Whether you come earlier or later, all depends on how you study. Ordinary subjects will come later. They cannot take 84 births. They continue to come later. Those who come at the very end will take birth at the end of the Silver Age. They will then go onto the path of sin and begin to come down. This ladder shows how the people of Bharat take 84 births. This cycle is in the form of a drama. Those who were pure have now become impure and will then become pure deities. Everyone benefits when the Father comes, which is why this is called the auspicious age. The greatness of the Father is that he benefits everyone. Everyone benefited in the Golden Age. There was no sorrow there. It has been explained that we belong to the godly family type. God is everyone's Father. It is here that you sing, "You are the mother and you are the father." Abroad they only speak of the Father. Here you children have the mother and father. You children here are adopted. Since the Father is the Creator, there must also be the Mother. How else would creation take place? Neither the people of Bharat nor the people abroad understand how Heavenly God the Father establishes heaven. You now understand how there is the establishment of the new world and destruction of the old world, and that it definitely takes place at the confluence age. You are now at the confluence age. The Father says, "Now constantly remember me alone." Souls have to remember the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Souls and the Supreme Soul have remained separated for a long time. So where does the beautiful meeting take place? The beautiful meeting definitely takes place here. The Supreme Father comes here. This is called the beautiful benevolent meeting. He gives everyone the inheritance of the liberation in life. You become free from bondage in life. Everyone will go to the land of peace, and then, when you come down here, you will be Satopratan. Those people come down to establish their religions. Only when their population increases do they make effort to establish their kingdoms. Until then there is no quarrelling, etc. When they go from Satopratan into the Rajo stage, quarrelling and fighting begin. First of all, there is happiness, and then sorrow. Now everyone is in complete degradation. There has to be the establishment of the Golden Age, and then the destruction of this iron-aged world. The Father is establishing the land of Vishnu through Brahma. You claim a reward in the land of Vishnu, according to the effort each of you makes. These are very good things to understand. At this time, you children must have a lot of happiness of claiming your inheritance for your future 21 births from God. To the extent that you make effort and become accurate, ... You have to become accurate at this time. There are lever clocks and cylinder clocks. Lever clocks are very accurate. Some children become accurate, whereas those who remain inaccurate claim a low status. Make effort and become accurate. Not all of you are accurate at the moment. Only the One Father inspires you to make effort. When you don't make effort to create your fortune, you claim a low status. All of these things happen because of your not following Srimat, not renouncing devilish traits, and not staying in yoga. When you don't stay in yoga, you are like pundits. It is because there isn't that love for Shiv Baba that your yoga is lacking. You then imbibe less, and there isn't that happiness. Your faces become like that of a corpse. Let your features always be cheerful, just like those of the deities. The Father is giving you so much inheritance. When the child of a poor person goes to a wealthy person, he becomes so happy. You were very poor. The Father has now adopted you, and so let there be the happiness that we now belong to God's community. However, what can be done if it's not in someone's fortune? The status is destroyed. They don't become queens. The Father comes to make you into queens. You children can explain to anyone that all three, Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar, are the children of Shiva. He is making Bharat into heaven once again through Brahma. This old world is destroyed through Shankar. Only a few remain in Bharat. There is not annihilation, but many are destroyed. And so it is as though annihilation takes place. There is the difference of day and night. All of them will go to the land of liberation. This is the work of the Purifier Father. The Father says, become soul conscious. Otherwise you will continue to remember your old relations. You have renounced them, but your intellects are still being pulled. You aren't yet the conquerors of attachment. That is called adulterated remembrance. Therefore, because you continue to remember those who are in degradation, you cannot attain salvation. Acha. To you, sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bap-Dada. The Spiritual Father says Namaste to you, spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the Spiritual Father. Essence for Dana 1. In order to climb into Bap-Dada's heart, serve with your thoughts, words and actions. Become an accurate all-rounder. 2. Become so soul-conscious that you don't remember any of your old relations. Live together with a lot of spiritual love and not like salt water. Blessing. May you be great and humble and give your finger of cooperation for the elevated task of world transformation. When you cook something, you have to put all of its ingredients into it. Even if it lacks something like salt or sugar, something that would be delicious would not be worth eating. In the same way, for this elevated task of world transformation, each and every jewel is needed. Everyone's finger of cooperation is needed. Everyone in their own way is absolutely an elevated Maharati and is needed. This is why you have to understand the value of your nobility. All of you are great souls. However, to the extent that you are great, you also have to be just as humble. Slogan: make your nature easy, and all tasks will become easy. Avyat Signal. In this Avyat month, stay free from bondage and experience the stage of liberation in life. While living in these delicate times, the situations, problems and atmosphere are doubly polluted. Therefore, remain free from their influence. Stay free from any bondage of all these variety things for as long as you live. Let there not be a single subtle bondage. Every Brahmin child has to become free from bondage and liberated in life at the confluence age. It is only at the confluence age that you receive the reward of the stage of liberation in life. Om Shanti.